Hello everyone, this is Jazz40351 and today I'll be doing a review of Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Deluxe Class Smokescreen. Now here we have Smokescreen in his vehicle mode, and he is a very, very nice sports car. Out of all the vehicle modes in Transformers Prime, this is one of my favorites. It's just really, really spectacular looking. You got transparent windows and these transparent yellow lights, nice black wheels, number 38 in the side, and lots of molded in details here in the front, in the bumper, and in the rear, although it could use a little bit more paint. That's, I think, one of the few problems that I have with this vehicle mode. Another problem I have is the paint that they actually put on was not put on very well. Here on the spoiler you can see that it was not applied correctly, and in some places there's too much paint and in other places it's missing some paint, and so that's a bit of a bummer. But anyway, let's do a size comparison with Robots in Disguise Viacon, and as you can see, it's a pretty big vehicle mode. It's one of the biggest deluxe class vehicle modes we've gotten in a long time, which is nice. And now let's get down to accessories. What does he come with? He comes with the Shadow Quill armor, and it's this big rubbery piece of plastic that, I mean, I have no idea how you would use this as armor, because, I mean, look at it. It's all bendy. Whatever. Anyway, it has 2 clips for missiles, even though it only comes with 1. And that has the Electronet launcher. And basically, what this is it's his gun with this net that's attached to this missile. Yeah, and you can launch it. It doesn't launch that far because of the weight of the net. But if you take off the net, it does launch a little bit farther. Anyway, you can take this net and wrap it around and then tab this in here so that it looks like he's captured something, even though it's not that big, and I think the only thing you can capture is a minicon. So that really doesn't help much, but it's nice that they added it. Anyway, let's put these on the car. So how does this go on? First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to tab this in the front of the vehicle. It doesn't tab in very securely, but then you take these tabs and just tab them into these slots on the doors, and that helps keep it on a little bit more securely. And now you have the Shadow Quill armor on the vehicle, and this looks absolutely ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, seriously. Come on. But it is nice that they included this so that you could have the choice of either having a more show-accurate version of the toy or going all Beast Hunters theme and putting on this armor. So that's nice. And you can also put the weapon into any of these 3 slots, 2 on the sides of the spoiler and 1 on the roof. And it doesn't tap in very well. It's really tight on mine, but yeah, there we go. So I mean, it's not bad. I like that they added this. I personally would not display it with the net or with the Shadow Quill armor. I would just keep the gun. But hey, that's just me. It's nice that they added it. So anyway, let's get down to transformation. which, although is not that complex, is extremely frustrating. So here we have Smokescreen in his robot mode, and I have to admit, I really like it. It's just awesome. Now I know a lot of people have been complaining that he has a fake chest, that he has all this junk on his arms, which is basically the entire roof and the hood section, and that he has giant feet. Yes, it's all true. Your worst fears have been confirmed. But quite honestly, I don't mind. I like this figure, and I know that there was no other way they could have made this toy possible with the design that they had to work with and the transformation scheme. There was just no other way they could have made this. And so I will forgive all that because it was the only option that they had. And I like it. I really do like this toy. And yes, in case you're wondering, you can attach the Shadow Quill armor in robot mode. So what you're going to do, you're going to take the Shadow Quill armor, you're going to tab this into these slots, right here. Just push that in, both sides, and there you go. He's got his Shadow Quill armor, and he looks ridiculous. Not as ridiculous as vehicle mode, but still ridiculous. So I'm just going to take this off because quite honestly, I don't like it that much. And you can also take his electronet launcher and put it in either of his hands. Now, the weight of the net does cause some problems because, at least on my figure, the ball joint is just a little bit too loose, so sometimes it won't hold it up. Right now it is, but sometimes it just falls down like that. So since I'm not going to display it with this anyway, because I personally don't like displaying my figures with the missiles, I'm just going to take all this out and have him like this. This is how I like my Smokescreen figure, and I think it looks awesome. This figure also has a great amount of posability. You have a ball joint in the head, although he can't move up or down that much. He has a ball joint in the shoulder, a ratchet joint in the elbow, no wrist swivel, unfortunately. He does have a waist swivel. He has ball joints at the hips, swivel at the thigh, 90-degree bend at the knee, and up and down foot movement. So, lots of posability, and thanks to the giant feet, he can stand in a lot of really crazy poses. So, I like that about this figure. I think he's cool. I know a lot of people have been complaining about all the junk in his arms, but I really don't mind. Like I said before, it's just, there's no other way they could have done it. And I would definitely recommend this over the Takara Smokescreen, which was a repaint slash remold of Knockout. This is a lot better. If you see this guy, I would definitely recommend picking him up. No, almost forgot. A quick size comparison. Here we have Smokescreen, and here we have the 2007 Jazz. As you can see, they are roughly the same height. Jazz is a little bit higher. So he is an average size deluxe. A little bit bigger than most deluxes nowadays, but I always use this guy as my reference, because this for me is the size all deluxe class figure should be. So he's roughly the same size. So this is definitely a good figure. He's well sized. He's not very small. He's got an excellent vehicle mode, a really nice robot mode, and I would definitely recommend picking this guy up. If you see him at your local store for $16, definitely get him. More than that, probably not. But for $16, I would definitely get this figure. So this is Jazz4351. Thank you for watching.